Lamar University is proud to honor a trailblazing physician, educator, and leader whose career has transformed the field of anesthesiology and inspired generations of medical professionals. Dr. Jane C.K. Fitch has dedicated her life to advancing patient care, medical education, and leadership in academic medicine, all while maintaining a deep and lasting connection to Lamar University.
Jane attended Duke University before transferring to Lamar University, where she earned her Bachelor of Science in Nursing in 1978. While at LU, she served as class president and Student Nurse Association president, graduated cum laude, received the Fontenot Scholarship and Leadership Awards, and was inducted into both the Phi Kappa Phi National Honor Society and the Phi Lambda Phi Honor Society.
Following graduation, Jane began her career as a cardiovascular intensive care unit nurse at St. Elizabeth Hospital in Beaumont. She later moved to Houston to pursue nurse anesthesia training affiliated with Baylor College of Medicine, where she earned recognition as an outstanding student nurse anesthetist. She practiced as a certified registered nurse anesthetist specializing in cardiovascular and thoracic anesthesia before continuing her medical education.
Jane earned her medical degree with honors from the University of Texas Health Science Center in Houston in 1988, where she was inducted into the prestigious Alpha Omega Alpha National Medical Honor Society. She went on to complete her residency in anesthesiology at the University of Washington, where she served as chief resident. Jane then pursued advanced training through a fellowship in cardiovascular and thoracic anesthesiology.
Her distinguished career in academic medicine included faculty and leadership roles at Yale University and Baylor College of Medicine, before serving as professor and chair of the Department of Anesthesiology at the University of Oklahoma from 2001 to 2019. She also served as residency program director for a decade, helping shape the next generation of physicians and medical leaders.
Throughout her career, Jane has held numerous national leadership positions, including President of the Society of Academic Anesthesiology Associations and the Association of Academic Anesthesiology Chairs. In 2014, she became only the second woman elected president of the American Society of Anesthesiologists, one of the profession's highest honors. She has lectured internationally and advised governmental and regulatory bodies on issues impacting healthcare and medicine.
Alongside her extraordinary professional accomplishments, Jane has remained closely connected to Lamar University. She has served as a mentor and advisor for LU's medical pre-professional program and as a member of the Lamar University Spindletop Society, President's Circle, and Legacy Society. Anytime a representative of LU has reached out to Jane to visit with her in Oklahoma, she has welcomed them with open arms and engaged in lively discussions about her beloved alma mater.
She and her husband John, who recently referred to her as his dream come true, have shared a lifelong partnership since their marriage in 1976, supporting one another's careers and educational pursuits along the way. Now retired, they continue to enjoy traveling together while remaining deeply committed to advancing education and to expanding opportunities for students, including at Lamar University.
For her groundbreaking leadership in medicine, education, and anesthesiology,
for her lifelong dedication to mentorship, innovation, and patient care,
for the example she has set through excellence, service, and leadership.
Lamar University is proud to honor Dr. Jane C.K. Fitch as a Distinguished Alumni Award recipient.
First of all, I'd like to thank President Taylor and the committee for this incredible honor and award. I'd also like to congratulate my fellow awardees. It's an honor to be in your presence. You know, it's my husband that's my connection with Lamar University. Both of us being from North Carolina and high school sweethearts, meeting at 17 and 15 and getting married at 22 and 19. His first job out of college was at Texaco Research in Port Arthur, Texas. I was only halfway through my 4-year nursing degree at Duke University, so I transferred to Lamar and was able to finish my program, luckily for us. And I want to thank Lamar for an incredible faculty member in particular, Jan Torrance Bulmer. She had just finished her master's and bachelor's degree from Pittsburgh, and this was her very first job, and we were Lamar's very first BS nursing class, and she had a real vested interest in seeing that we did well. She was a terrific nurse, and she was a gifted educator. I'd also like to thank one of my fellow classmates, Dorothy. You know, there were 5 of us that commuted from Port Arthur to Beaumont for school, and Dorothy was one of those. But sadly, Dorothy never lived to graduate with us. She died tragically from a medical condition that now would be more readily diagnosed and treated. But you know, Dorothy left behind a husband, Tim, and a daughter, and she left me with a passion for making sure to always take the best care of your patients. You know, in 1977, when I arrived at Lamar, if you told me that I was going to have a 40-year career in healthcare, I wouldn't have believed you. 10 years in ICU nursing and nurse anesthesia, and 30 years as a physician anesthesiologist. I chose the academic route because I wanted to still provide clinical care, but I wanted to educate and train that next generation of healthcare providers. And so I got involved in organized medicine as well. And what started at Lamar as being class president and Student Nurse Association president culminated in my being president of the American Society of Anesthesiologists in 2014, only the second female to do so. I'd like to thank my family, especially my parents, my mom and dad, and in heaven for all the life lessons that made me successful in my adult career, because I actually learned those being a Southern Baptist preacher's kid. You know, you have to get along with everyone, you can't play favorites, you need to always behave. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for those lessons. Probably my biggest thank you of the night goes to my husband of almost 50 years, John. Thank you for your love and support. And thank you for tutoring me through physics. And thank you for those magical software programs that you wrote that helped me run an academic department. It should come as no surprise that about 20 years ago, when we sat down to do our estate planning, because we chose not to have children, we thought, well, if we have anything left, what do we want to do with it? Well, we wanted to go back to the 5 institutions that really made an impact on our lives and that made it possible for us to be able to have the careers that we did and to live out our dreams. In retirement, we say it's our favorite phase of life, and our motto is "The world is our classroom." We love traveling the world and helping other people around the world. And we want to make sure that our gifts, going back to the universities, help them make sure that students are able to pursue their dreams. And we want to make sure that we contribute to training and educating that next generation of nurses and physicians and engineers and entrepreneurs. It's our way of giving back, and we hope that you'll join us in making this world a better place. Thank you.